like magic and fantasy in anime, but also want a main character who's overpowered and has no equal? Well, look no further, as we will be covering just that in today's video. Oh, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already, because we cover an interesting genre every week. Alright, let's get into the video. Number 10. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. A number of selected people from Earth were summoned to other worlds, with only about half of them being able to return. One of the young people chosen was Akatsuki Osawa, who was sent to Alezard to defeat the Dark Lord Garius, which he did, before returning to his original world. Some of the successful chosen ones brought back little trinkets as souvenirs. Akatsuki, on the other hand, went a different route. He brought back the defeated Dark Lord's daughter, Miyu, who is now posing as his long-lost little sister. Upon returning, Akatsuki and Miyu are forced to join a special school called Babel, where they must train to one day master the powers they gained in Alezard, in hopes that they will one day be able to serve mankind. Will Akatsuki and Miyu be able to keep her identity a secret? Or will their plan to live peaceful lives together go up in flames? Number 9. The Testament of Sister New Devil. Running into your new stepsister in the bathroom is not the best way to make a good first impression, which Basara Tojo learns the hard way. When his father suddenly brings home two beautiful girls and introduces them as his new siblings, he has no choice but to accept them into his family, the Naruse sisters, busty redhead Mio and petite silver-haired Maria. But when these seemingly normal girls reveal themselves as demons, Mio the former demon lord's only daughter, and Maria her trusted succubus servant, Basara is forced to reveal himself as a former member of a clan of heroes, sworn enemies to the demons. However, having begun to care for his new sisters, Basara instead decides to protect them with his powers and forms a master-servant contract with Mio to keep watch over her. With the heroes observing his every move and the constant threat of hostile demons, Basara has to do the impossible to protect his new family members. Moreover, the protector himself is hiding his own dark secret that still haunts him to this day. Number 8. World Break. Aria of Curse for a Holy Swordsman. It takes place at Akane Private Academy, where students who possess memories of their previous lives are being trained to use ancestral arts so that they can serve as defenders against monsters, called metaphysicals, who randomly attack. Known as saviors, the students are broken up into two categories: the Kurogane, who are able to use their prana to summon offensive weapons, and the Kuroma, who are able to use magic. The story begins 6 months prior to the major climax of the series, during the opening ceremonies on the first day of the school year. After the ceremony is over, the main character, Moroha Haimura, meets a girl named Satsuki Ranjo, who reveals that she was Moroha's little sister in a past life, where Moroha was a heroic prince, capable of slaying entire armies with his sword skills. Soon afterwards, he meets another girl, Shizuno Urushibara, who eventually reveals that she also knew Moroha in an entirely different past life, where he was a dark lord capable of using destructive magic, but saved her from a life of slavery.
Give it back to her.
Number 7. Plunderer. In a post-apocalyptic world dominated by the so-called numbers, each human will have their identity branded with their own count, which could define any number related to their life. May it be one's walked distance or amount of compliments given to them by others, this count could lead them to the abyss when it is dropped to 0. In the year 305 of the Alcyon calendar, Hina has inherited a mission from her mother, whose count has depreciated to 0, to search for the legendary Red Baron. In her adventure, she meets a half-masked swordsman named Licht, who tries to hide his identity, as he is known as a degenerate for having an incredibly low count.
魔王だ魔物の王の属性社会に対する最も強力な破壊者それが最悪との将来の職業だ
Number 6. Demon King Daimao. Aguto Sai enters the Constant Academy for Magic Arts, hoping to become a high priest and change the world for the better. But when the school's oracle declares his future profession to be Demon Lord, he finds himself feared and hated by the entire student population. Now, instead of making comrades and studying for his exam, Akuto finds himself fighting off monsters, bullies, and well-meaning classmates in various states of undress. If navigating a magical high school as a transfer student wasn't difficult enough, Akuto now has to deal with a cute android ordered to observe him 24 hours a day, the precocious attention of the flying, invisible, and naked Kina Soga, and the advances of the school's most popular girl. Akuto must cope with his constantly growing list of misfortune and fight to prove that his fate is not set in stone.
You know, you were pretty good for a water worm.
Number 5. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Welcome to the Little Garden, where people band together in like-minded clans, parallel realities intersect, and the truth of stories comes to life. Izayoi Sakamaki, Asuka Kudo, and Yo Kasukabe are extraordinary teenagers who are blessed with psychic powers, but completely fed up with their disproportionately mundane lives. Until, unexpectedly, each of them receives a strange envelope containing an invitation to a mysterious place known as Little Garden. Inexplicably dropped into a vast new world, the trio is greeted by Kurosagi, who explains that they have been given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to participate in a special, high-stakes game using their abilities. In order to take part, however, they must first join a community. Learning that Kurosagi's community, No Names, has lost its official status and bountiful land due to the defeat at the hands of a demon lord, the group sets off to help reclaim their new home's dignity, eager to protect its residents and explore the excitement that Little Garden has to offer. Number 4. No Game, No Life. An urban legend states that those exceptionally gifted at gaming will be sent a special game invitation, and the winners of the challenge will be whisked away to another world. When Sora and Shiro, two Hikimori NEETs who happen to be both siblings and notorious gamers, receive this invitation, they defeat it with ease. And like the legends tell, they're transported to another world where conflicts, people's lives, and even country borders are decided by competitions in games. Always up for a challenge, the pair quickly take on the obstacles that come their way, whether it be restoring lowly humanity's good name compared with the other races, or helping influence who will become the next king. Number 3. Log Horizon. With over 20 million players worldwide, Elder Tale is one of the hottest online RPGs. At least, it used to be only a game. Until the fateful day that tens of thousands of players became stuck in the virtual world, unable to log out. For these would-be knights, healers, and magicians, Elder Tale is no longer a hobby. It's a reality, complete with tasteless in-game food, revivals upon death, and boring NPC conversations. With no other options than to accept their fates, the analytical Shiroe, perverted and proud Naotsugu, tiny and adorable Akatsuki, and other new friends must adjust to their new lives in Elder Tale, avoiding player killers and monsters along the way.
その者は覇者である。天上の神々を殺戮し、神を神たらしめる至高の力を奪い取るがゆえに、その者は王者である。神より簒奪した権能を振りかざし、地上の何人からも支配されないがゆえに。
Number 2. Campione. some people suddenly find religion. But for 16-year-old Kusanagi Godo, it's that really old-time religion that found him. As the result of defeating the god of war in Mortal Kombat, Godo's stuck with the unwanted position of Campione, or Godslayer, whose duty is to fight heretical gods whenever they try to muscle in on the local turf. Not only is this likely to make Godo roadkill on the highway to heaven, it's also a job that comes with a lot of other problems. Like, how to deal with the fact that his enhanced status is attracting a bevy of overly worshipy female followers. After all, they're just there to aid him in his demigodly duties, right? So why is it that their leader, the demonically manipulative sword mistress Erica Blandely, seems to have such a devilish interest in encouraging some very unorthodox activities? Get ready for immortal affairs, heavenly harems, and lots of dueling deities taking Pius in the face as the ultimate smash, bash, and thrash of the Titans rocks both heaven and earth.
貴様、そんなあるわけが。ったく、つくづくこれってチートだよな。
Number 1. Isekai Cheat Magician. Nishimura Taichi is a typical average high schooler, and Azuma Rin is a beautiful woman with the build of a model and excellent reflexes. The two live a normal high school life, until one day they are suddenly enveloped in a mysterious magic circle and transported to an unknown land. That world is full of terrifying monsters, beastmen, dwarves, elves, and many other races, right out of fantasy. In order to survive in this new world, Taichi and Rin decide to become adventurers. But when they take the aptitude test, they discover they both possess cheat level magic. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, if you made it to the end of this video, well, I congratulate you, cause I know I wouldn't have. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe if you want more of these, and don't forget to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Oh, and I also take video recommendations, so if you think of one, well, pass it on and I'll do my best to make a video out of it. Peace!